Alright, today we're talking about natural born killers. This movie is what happens when America picks up a mirror. It's like a feel-good road trip movie, except every gas station ends in gunfire and the couple never stops laughing as bodies hit the floor. And this movie is crazy as hell. Essentially, it's a love story wrapped in mass murder, and it's based on the true story of Charles Starkweather. Him and his girlfriend went on a killing spree back in the day in Nebraska, and they made a movie about that called Badlands, which is a precursor to Natural Born Killers. And I've loved this movie, and the soundtrack was incredible. You got Dr. Dre, Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen, 9 Inch Nails, all on the same album. That's literally my playlist in a nutshell. And the editing of this movie feels like you're flipping through 100 TV channels in hell. There's animation, black and white, handheld, sitcom laugh tracks, prison riots, sex, snakes, and somehow it all makes sense. Mickey and Mallory are like a disease, and the country is obsessed with them like they're Elvis or Marilyn Monroe with body counts. But America doesn't just love killers, we brand them. And the purpose of this movie is basically to shine a light on that. We got our priorities all backwards as a society. We prop up idiots, we prop up killers, turn them into big celebrities, and then wonder why the children are all fucked up. I mean, I have no room to talk. I literally saw this movie in the theaters. I must have been 6. Maybe that's why I'm obsessed with true crime now. Honestly, true crime channels are my shit. I'm always watching that. And body cam channels. When I first started the channel, I thought true crime would be cool, but honestly, I watched a million movies growing up. So that's my wheelhouse. I'm the movie guy. I got too much ADD to deep dive into crime cases. I'm like your buddy that puts you on game to movies while we're having a beer. I'll save the true crime shit for the professionals, but I dig what you're doing. So you got Mickey Knox. He's this slick talking sociopath, but calm like a meditation guru, but eyes like Charles Manson. And he meets Mallory. She's a childhood abuse survivor, turned into a rage-filled cyclone who'll dance to a jukebox after she murders you. They're the logical outcome of a culture that raises its kids in broken homes, processed food, and cable TV. They're Americana. They kill people and treat it like they're filming a music video. They get off on it. It's not that they don't feel guilty. It's like they're the only ones who see the truth. The whole world's sick, and they're the only ones not pretending otherwise. And somehow they're more honest than most of the characters pretending to be normal in this movie. And then you got Wayne Gale, played by Robert Downey Jr. He's this journalist, but he's more like a hype man for carnage. He's a network tapeworm with zero soul. And he wants to tell the story, but in reality, he wants to own it. Mickey and Mallory are his Super Bowl. He's interviewing them like he's promoting a rom-com, not a trail of corpses. The media in this film, they cover crime, but they marinate in it. They package it and commercialize it. Wayne doesn't care if people die, he just wants the exclusive. He wants to be famous for being near the famous murderers. And we all know a guy like Wayne, some sleazy cocksucker with no soul who would sell out his brother for $1. This guy has no spine, and Mickey and Mallory see the bitch in him. And Mickey and Mallory aren't two people that just snapped. They were built by a culture that turns domestic abuse, violent crime, all into entertainment. Mallory's backstory plays out like a fucked up sitcom, literal laugh track and all. Her dad molests her mom gaslights her, the cops don't care. What the hell else was she supposed to do? Wait for the system to fix itself? Mickey's no better. His life's just another rusted cog in the meat grinder. And together they decide the world doesn't deserve them, so they burn it all down for fun. And the world, what does it do? It watches. Cheers them on, makes them legends, because America doesn't want to fix the problem. It either ignores it or turns it into content. Kind of like YouTube now or TikTok. 15 years ago it was WorldStar. And Mickey and Mallory get rewarded from society by it. They become folk legends for a nation that can't stop jerking off to violence while it's pretending it cares about peace. Oliver Stone's not trying to give you a solution, he's just dragging your face through the filth so you can see how dirty you are. And the irony is, people don't hate Mickey and Mallory, they worship them. Because not only are they sociopaths, they're self-aware about it. They don't kill out of rage, They kill because they can, because it confirms what they already believe, that the world's fake and only violence is real. Mickey's textbook narcissistic personality disorder. He's super charming, knows how to talk and seduce, how to sell himself like a prophet. He doesn't feel guilt, he feels validation when people fear him, and he needs Mallory. Not because he loves her in some healthy way, but because she feeds his ego. She worships him. She reinforces his worldview. She laughs when he kills. She calls him baby after a slaughter. He's not just in a relationship, he's in a delusional loop with someone just as broken as he is. And it's romantic as hell. We all need a Mallory in our life. Mallory, on the other hand, she's a different beast entirely. She's not calculated like Mickey. She's reactive, emotional, volatile. Mallory isn't trying to prove a point. She's just the inner child with a machine gun. She grew up in a house of horror. Her dad molested her. Her mom looked the other way. That sitcom-style abuse sequence, it's the most disturbing part of the film. It shows how normalized horror becomes when no one gives a damn. Mallory never had control, so now she takes it the only way she knows how, through violence. And Mickey's the first person that ever made her feel seen. That's how the trauma bond forms. He validates her. He turns her pain into purpose, even if that purpose is death and destruction. Mickey and Mallory are like gasoline in a match. Alone they're unstable. Together they're biblical. They feed each other's sickness. She needs him to feel protected, and he needs her to feel worshipped. And neither one of them have a moral compass left. There's no guilt, just adrenaline and the high that comes from being seen, even if it's from tabloid headlines. And society rewards them for it, turns them into cult idols while they're pretending to condemn them. They're like monsters we like to watch, because watching them lets us pretend that we're not them. But we kind of are. And that is the messed up dichotomy of American reality. You have the American dream where you work hard, start a business, make this world work for you. But on the other end, we idolize killers and degenerates. We prop them up, treat them like celebrities. Because violence is American. America was formed on violence. And Mickey and Mallory are just a representation of that. They are essentially the American nightmare. And Mickey and Mallory don't think they're the bad guys. They don't see themselves as murderers. They see themselves as cleansers, like Old Testament angels with semi-automatics, sent to rid the earth of pedophiles, perverts, liars, con men, and phony people. They kill out of philosophy. They believe in karma. Their karma involves bullets and butcher knives. If you're alive and they decide you sinned, boom, you're just another karmic invoice getting cashed in. In their minds, they're liberating people, freeing them, sending them to whatever afterlife fits their crimes. And every time they do it, they laugh. Not because they're crazy, even though they are, but because they feel justified, empowered, righteous. Mickey sees himself as a holy executioner, the judge, jury, and shotgun-wielding God. Mallory's not just along for the ride, she's his apostle, his disciple, his audience. They turn their violence into a religion, and this belief is they're doing the right thing. It's what keeps the guilt away. It's what lets them sleep at night. It's how they reconcile their reality, because in their eyes, those people deserved it. And when the world freaks out and calls them killers, they feel betrayed because the real monsters in their minds are the ones watching. If Mickey and Mallory are demons, the media is the devil that's in charge. And Wayne Gale is a vampire, a vulture, feeding off the carnage for ratings. The media doesn't care why people die, they just want to sell ad space around it. And Mickey knows that. In the famous prison interview scene, Mickey doesn't plead for forgiveness, he doesn't beg for his life, he lectures. He gives Wayne, and by extension all of us, a morality lesson. He says he's just a reflection, a product of the system. He blames the media, the parents, the TV, the country, and he's not wrong. He's just the cracked mirror that nobody wants to look into. And Mickey flips the script. Wayne thinks he's in control, but Mickey turns Wayne into the real puppet because in Mickey's eyes the media made him, and now he's here to return the favor. Mickey and Mallory believe they're redeeming a broken world one corpse at a time, and they're not looking for redemption because they believe they're already redeemed. They see themselves as the only sane ones in a world full of hypocrites. The media sensationalizes everything, turns pain into spectacle, turns monsters into celebrities, and then acts shocked when the killers show up. And Mickey and Mallory are the martyrs in a country that turns murderers into folk heroes. And in the end, I don't think any lesson was learned, except the television that we look into every single day are whores for our attention, and they will do whatever it takes to get that attention, because in turn they take that attention and sell it to Colgate, sell it to Pepsi, sell it to whoever. They're just keeping you in a constant state of fear so you'll continue to watch. We are literally in the end of times. It's completely fucked up, and there's nothing that can be done about it. The wheel keeps on turning, and here we are. But yeah, I dig this movie. It's not perfect, it's got a lot of flaws, but essentially, it's a movie you see when you're young and that shit sticks with you. Everyone feels dirty at the end of this movie. And the soundtrack is incredible. Grew up on that shit. So whoever compiled that soundtrack, they deserved a raise. Because he put me on hella people that have gone on to be some of my favorite groups. That soundtrack was the shit. So yeah, tell me some of your favorite scenes, your favorite quotes. Tell me what other movies you'd like me to do. And to the rest of you, be safe, have a good night, be careful what you watch on TV, and God bless.